Hey Garage Gang, it is Friday night, January 30th, and I am not here to soothe you, I am here to wake you up. If you thought today was normal, you are behind. If you thought today was noise, you are late. If you thought today was just another red candle, you do not understand power. Today was a liquidation day. Not a dip, not a pullback, not a cute rotation. Gold got crushed, silver got annihilated, and the market showed you exactly who bleeds first when pressure hits. This was not fear. This was not inflation disappearing. This was not the end of the metal story. This was forced selling by people who needed cash now. Let me make this painfully clear. When real money desks get stressed, they do not sell beliefs. They do not sell narratives. They do not sell what they love. They sell what they can. Gold is collateral. Silver is collateral. They are liquid. They are easy to move. They are the first thing to die when balance sheets tighten. That is why gold did not gently slide, it was slammed. That is why silver did not wobble, it was massacred. Silver always dies harder because silver is leveraged gold, and leverage always gets executed first. If this were a real collapse of confidence, gold would have been hoarded like oxygen. Instead, it was pawned to save someone else's position. That tells you this was mechanical, not ideological. And here is where most people embarrass themselves. They see metals collapse and assume everything is over. Wrong. This is what transfer looks like. Weak hands forced out, strong hands waiting. And today that transfer started. Now why today? Because power shifted. The Fed chair pick mattered. Kevin Warsh being named was not a headline, it was a signal. Warsh does not represent comfort. He does not represent bailouts. He does not represent unlimited forgiveness. He represents credibility. He represents dollar strength. He represents discipline. And the market repriced immediately. Dollar up, yields up, metals destroyed. Volatility woke up. That is not coincidence. That is hierarchy being restored. The market was reminded who controls liquidity and who does not. And when that reminder happens, something always breaks. Today, it was metals. Section 2. Now let us talk about volatility because this is where the danger actually lives. The VIX did not explode because panic did not finish. It woke up because uncertainty entered the room. Volatility rises when markets do not know how to price power policy and liquidity. Today, the market had to reprice a new Fed regime, tighter tolerance for inflation, less faith in the Fed put, and a world where capital is no longer free. Uncertainty does not crash markets instantly, it compresses them. And compressed markets do not drift, they snap. Now here is the part almost nobody is talking about, AI. AI is not bullish. AI is not bearish. AI is a vacuum. It is sucking capital out of circulation. Trillions are being locked into data centers, GPUs, power contracts, cooling infrastructure, and long duration commitments. That money is gone from the casino. It does not rotate. It does not cushion sell-offs. It is committed. And when capital is locked, markets become brittle. There are no shock absorbers. So when pressure hits, it concentrates. That is why this market feels sharp, violent, and unforgiving. That is why gold and silver did not slowly leak lower. They were executed. Now let us talk winners and losers clearly so nobody lies to themselves. The winners today were cash the dollar balance sheet strength and mega cap AI infrastructure. The losers were leveraged commodity trades, volatility sellers. Anyone leaning on the Fed will save us fantasy. And anyone who thought safe meant cannot go down. This market is not punishing opinions, it is punishing positioning. If you were positioned for calm, you got punished. If you were positioned for liquidity, you survived. Now crypto. This is the tell that matters most. Bitcoin did not collapse today. Bitcoin traded in the low 80s, dipped into the 81-82 zone, and then stabilized around 83-84. If crypto were still treated like a joke, it would have been the first thing obliterated. It was not. That tells you something has changed. Bitcoin is now treated as scarce inventory, not a toy. Supply is tight, institutions are absorbing, retail is scared. That is the exact environment where violent upside is born after forced selling finishes. Solana flushed to around 114, wiped leverage and bounced. That is not death, that is a stop hunt. Flush the weak, reset the board, then decide direction. XRP is tightening quietly. Supply leaving exchanges, institutions accumulating, no panic behavior. That is pressure building. Section 3. Now listen carefully because this is the part that separates survivors from casualties. This market is not unstable. It is hostile. Hostile to leverage. Hostile to complacency. Hostile to anyone who thought calm would last forever. There is no depth. Participation is thin. Algorithms dominate. Stops are stacked like landmines. When the next move comes, it will not walk. It will gap. And here is the real danger nobody wants to say out loud. There are still players who have not been forced yet. Funds short volatility, traders assuming Monday will be calm, Positions built for a world that no longer exists. They are next. And when they go, price will not ask permission. Now, if you are watching this thinking you need to act, stop. This is not the moment to be brave. It is not the moment to be scared. It is the moment to be precise. Because the biggest mistake after days like today is not being wrong. It is being early with confidence. That is how accounts die. That is why this garage exists. So you understand pressure before it explodes. So you see power before it moves. So you do not get your head ripped off by the same liquidation that transfers wealth to someone else. And before you go anywhere, check out GuruCryptoGarage.guru. It is free. No hype, no upsell. Just clarity before the move, not after. That is how we build this garage, one Deegan at a time. Engines hot, safety off.